There's a reason why all of Jack Smith's testimony to Congress thus far has been behind closed doors. The Republicans do not want Jack Smith telling the American public what he tells them behind closed doors about Donald Trump and his crimes.
Former Special Counsel Jack Smith has told a congressional committee his team found proof beyond a reasonable doubt that President Trump engaged in, quote, a criminal scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election. That's according to parts of his opening statement obtained by NBC News. Smith testified for 8 hours before the House Judiciary Committee yesterday during a closed-door deposition. What's more, Smith said his team turned up, quote, powerful evidence that showed Trump willfully retained highly classified documents after he left office in January 2021, storing them at his social club, including in a bathroom and ballroom where events and gatherings took place. Smith said in his testimony that while he is responsible for having made the decisions to charge Trump in both the election subversion and the classified documents cases, the basis for those charges, quote, rests entirely with President Trump and his actions as alleged in the indictments returned by grand juries in 2 different districts. For his part, Smith had wanted to testify in a public setting, but both Republicans refused, House Republicans refused to accommodate his request. And I think yesterday, Joe, we found out why from what we've heard.
Well, of course. This is where the dog catches the car. The last thing Republicans want, the very last thing they want on this issue is for Jack Smith to testify publicly. Because Jack Smith is not Alvin Bragg. Jack Smith's charges do not depend on the twisting of the law in strange ways, making misdemeanors felonies. Jack Smith doesn't conduct an investigation the way Fani Willis conducted her investigation, and Trump knows it. Jack Smith has the goods. So it seems to me Republicans in the House should be smart enough to understand that they don't want to catch this runaway truck, because if the dog catches the truck, that is bad news for the Republicans. It's bad news for Donald Trump. And it blows to bits their lie about this investigation. They want no part of this. They're scared to death. They're scared to death of Jack Smith being in front of a microphone testifying publicly about what he has. And so they need to just shut up and go away on this issue, because they're not going to like where it ends up for the Republican Party. They don't want the truth out there, because if they did, they would have let Jack Smith testify publicly.